Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Monday, November 24. In Squiz Kids Today, Cyclone Fina smashes Darwin, Kenya's maggot rubbish revolution, Toy Story turns 30 and Travis Head saves the day. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
Residents of Darwin are this morning assessing the damage from Cyclone Fina after it smashed into the coastal capital of the Northern Territory over the weekend. Dramatic video from the height of the storm showed trees being uprooted, cars being squashed by falling power poles, and roofs being ripped off buildings as Fina crossed the coastline as a Category 3 cyclone, where a Category 1 cyclone is relatively mild and a Category 5 is the highest, and next level, head for the hills intense. Happily, there were no reports of injuries from Cyclone Fina, even as it is reported to have caused part of the roof of the Royal Darwin Hospital to collapse. Hundreds were without power yesterday as the storm brought down power lines. And there were fears also yesterday for residents in remote communities in the far north of Western Australia as Fina moved west, gathering speed and intensity as it went, reaching Category 4 around midday. Now, Darwin is no stranger to tropical cyclones. Back in 1974, long before any of you were born, on Christmas Day, in fact, a Category 4 cyclone called Cyclone Tracy flattened the city and caused widespread damage. Stay safe up there, Squiz Kids listeners.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Kenya, where maggots are being farmed to solve the world's waste crisis. You know how flies are attracted to rotting organic matter, be it meat or vegetables or even dog poo, and that they love nothing more than to lay eggs in that stuff that eventually turn into maggots, and the maggots will slowly break down that matter by eating it. I know, gross, right? And I hope you're not eating breakfast. But the process is being put forward as a planet-friendly way to deal with the mountains of garbage that humans produce. And a science lab in Kenya is using black soldier flies to do the dirty work. The black soldier fly maggot can eat double its body weight in a single day, meaning it can chomp through a whole lot of rubbish. And to complete the circle, maggot poo can be extracted and used as a fertilizer to grow more food, and the maggots themselves can also be used as a high-protein food for farm animals like chicken and fish. Yes, and again, apologies if you're eating breakfast.
Sport time!
What exactly just happened there in the first test of the Ashes? There were jaws on the floor for a whole 2 days over the weekend as one of the most action-packed, surprising Ashes tests in history unfurled. Day 1, the Aussies bowled out a struggling England for only 172 runs, and a shout out to Mitchell Starc. And it seemed as if things were all going the Aussies' way. But then, England's fast bowlers tore through Australia's batting lineup, knocking out the home team for a paltry 132. Oh dear. By the time we came into bat for the second innings, Australia needed 205 runs to win. Enter Travis Head, who proceeded to smash the red leather ball all over Perth Stadium, hitting England's bowlers for 6 and racking up a remarkable century in record time that helped Australia to win the first test. Now, if you blinked, you would have missed it, with this test match finishing 3 days early and marking the first time since 1921 that a test match has lasted only 2 days. Too bad if you had tickets for days 3, 4 or 5. Meanwhile, the Brisbane Lions have booked themselves into another AFLW Grand Final after beating Carlton by 35 points and setting up a replay of last year's Grand Final as they prepare now to take on the minor premiers, the North Melbourne Kangaroos. The Roos pulled off a victory against the Melbourne Demons at the weekend and will defend the premiership next Saturday night against the Lions in Melbourne. May the best team win.
Pop Culture Corner.
It's a little early in the podcast for birthday shout-outs, but a very special birthday happened over the weekend, which I think is worth noting. And that is Toy Story turning 30 years old. Yes, that's right. It was 30 years ago this weekend when the world first met Woody and Buzz and their kooky bunch of toy box friends. And if you look back at the first Toy Story movie and compare it to the latest one, Toy Story 4, you can see how much computer animation has improved in that time. And just when you thought it was safe to venture back into the toy box, the trailer is out for Toy Story 5, which hits cinemas next year. I've stuck a link to it in today's episode notes. And speaking of the movies, the adventures of Elphaba and Glinda have captured the imaginations and hip pockets of movie-goers everywhere, with the movie Wicked for Good breaking all sorts of ticket sales records over the weekend, with over $150 million earned at the US box office. It's the second biggest movie opening weekend after, you guessed it, the Minecraft movie. Did somebody say chicken jockey?
Yeah, Mrs. Claus was looking good yesterday. Out of the way, please! Teddy needs more stuffing! Ready? One! Oh, man, that's the second time
Can you hear that? That's the sound of Christmas fast approaching. And here at Squiz Kids, we could not be more excited. As we continue the countdown to the most magical time of the year, Squiz Kids is getting into the Christmas spirit. As per Squiz Kids tradition, we've managed, get this, to convince Santa Claus himself to hop into the Squiz Kids Q&A hot seat again this year, answering any questions you might have for him. This is your chance to say hi to the big fella in red and ask him, how does he make the magic of Christmas work? From reindeers to elves to toy workshops and sleighs. If you have a question that you would like Santa himself to answer, email it through to squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Or go to the Squiz Kids website and record your question directly there via the link in the banner. Just be sure to get Mum and Dad's permission and follow the instructions. And because too much Christmas is never enough, we are launching an Elf on the Shelf competition too. Elves, as you know, will be arriving in households all around the country in the next couple of weeks, and we want to see what wacky places they find themselves in the lead up to Christmas in your house. Email photos of your elf to squizkids@thesquiz.com.au and we'll share them on our socials. And there'll be a prize for the weirdest and wackiest elf hiding spot. Those crazy elves.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. In which country are black soldier fly maggots leading a rubbish revolution? Yeah, that's right, it's Kenya. Question number 2. What's the highest category cyclone that you can get? Yeah, that's right, it's category 5. Question number 3. Name the Aussie cricketer whose inspired century at the crease helped Australia to a first test victory in the Ashes at Perth on the weekend. Yeah, of course, it was Travis Head. Take a bow.
Shout-outs.
It's Monday, November 24. Today is Fairy Bread Day, so get some hundreds and thousands on your sandwich today. And it's also the W Awards tonight, where the best and fairest winner of this year's AFLW will be named. It's also a special day for these Squiz kids, celebrating a birthday today and tomorrow. Sophia and Nyla from Forest Lake, Pamela from Bullara, Tom and Fergus from Exeter, Axel and Jaden from Bundaberg, Thorin from Fernvale, Victoria from Linfield, Elizabeth from Bronte, Chelsea and Rafferty from Peakhurst, and Lathika from Victoria. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Molly and Darcy from Pakenham, Angie and Sia from Riverwood, and Mark from Rochdale. And classroom shout-outs today go to Class 45M with Mrs McNabb from Albury West Public School, Class 5B with Mrs Buchatsky and Mrs Robinson from Thomas Hassel Anglican College in Middleton Grange, and Class 2N with Ms Deaton from Runcorn State School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with an excellent new Squiz the World episode where we strap ourselves into the super-fast, supersonic Squiz Kids jetliner and pay a visit to the wonderful country of Switzerland. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.